Hey, I'm Ronnie, and this is Xavier, and welcome to Randomnessness.
And today we're talking video games, the good, the bad, and the god-awful ugly.
Let's go!
So to start off, we're going to talk about some good games. And when I think of good games, the first game that really comes to mind is Halo 4. And that game was amazing. You can't say enough about the Halo franchise. All their games are beautiful and stunning, but Halo 4 was probably, I would say, the second best one behind the very first one that came out. And that was just so beautiful. The landscape was perfect. And that game was just amazing. And then probably one of my favorite games of all time is The Last of Us. That game, you can't say enough about that game. That game is beautiful. It has one of the best stories, if not the best story ever put into a video game. And the character development is great. And it makes you really, really feel for the characters. And it makes you feel like you're actually inside the game, which I love about it. It's just a great game, and I would recommend it to anyone.
So, a good game is obviously Beyond Two Souls. That's one of my favorite games made by Quantum Dream Games. They have a whole bunch of really good games, like Heavy Rain, that I haven't played yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing it. Beyond Two Souls, just the graphics, the gameplay, the storyline. I'm all about storylines, and that was a real kicker. I love how what you do affects the story, and that is something really amazing about a game. It really immerses you into the story, and that's probably the best part about a game. I love the fighting scenes, how you can control another entity. So it's like you're controlling two different characters, but you're controlling one. It includes two characters. One's named Jodie, one is named her entity, Aiden, and I'm really, really looking forward to the DLC/sequel thing that's coming out.
We're gonna start with the good. Minecraft 1.8 came out just September 2nd, and it is fantastic. It adds so many dynamic layers to the game. You can do so much more now. They added dungeons, rabbit stew. It's awesome. It's just, I love it. I want to play it all day, every day, forever. It's fantastic.
And so for bad games, a bad game that I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying is a bad game is Citizen Burger.
Boo!
Hate. Citizen Burger is just horrible quantity. You go onto these multiplayer servers where the chat doesn't even work. Most people don't even speak the same language. There's no communication whatsoever. The controls are messed up. You hit one thing and a box entirely explodes. You can have up to 40 people sometimes. There's so many people on a server at once, all working in a kitchen. How is that gonna work? It's just messed up and crazy and hard to play. I mean, it's a good time. It's so bad that it's good.
So a bad game that I think of is Flappy Birds. That game's so popular right now, or it used to be, but it is a horrible game. It's really annoying. It rips off Mario's pipes, and it rips off Mario's sound when you collect a coin. And so they should call it Flappy Mario. But besides that, it's just very, very annoying, and the sensories on it aren't necessarily the best. There's times when I've hit the pipe, but I haven't really hit the pipe, but the game's messed up. I won't even show you a picture of that. But it's just very, very annoying, and that game's just a bad game.
A bad game is Super Hexagon. You probably have never heard of it, but basically, you have this little triangle going around like a hexagon thing, and there are things coming at you, and you have to try to avoid them. It is the most rage-inducing game ever. You die every time. It's basically the equivalent of Flappy Bird, but a little bit more annoying. You just play it, rage for yourself, yeah.
So, we've been through the good, we've been through the bad. Now it's time for the ugly. There's a new game that, actually it's relatively new. It's called Suicide Survival, where basically there's people that play as shrubberies, and there's people that play as hunters. And you're in a map full of a billion other shrubberies that look exactly alike. And the point of the game is for the hunter to find the shrubbery and kill it before the shrubbery explodes. And the way that they kill it is they throw a book at the shrubbery. Now this game looks like it's made in paint, okay? It has horrible graphics, horrible gameplay. Sometimes you'll spawn right next to the hunters and they see you fall right back into the game and they can just go kill you again. There's literally no points playing the game. It's all out horrible. All the maps are basically the same. There's no changes. It gets boring so easily and so quickly. It's just an ugly game.
Ugly. Now, probably gonna get flamed for this, but whatever. League of Legends. It's a good game, but the graphics could be a lot better. Like, if you play Dota 2, the graphics are stunning. It looks amazing. And if you go play League, it's like, oh, they, tried for a week and a half and did this, and, it's depressing, and it detracts a lot from the game. The gameplay, really good. Graphics, not that good.
So my ugly game isn't really ugly just because it's a bad looking game. It's actually a very, very good looking game. But it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And the reason why I'm calling it an ugly game is it's the exact same as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and 2. They haven't changed anything. Call of Duty's like, hey, this works, we're just gonna make another game just like the original, like the other ones, and we're just make more money. That's all it is. There's no detailed storyline. The storyline's almost the exact same. There's some terrorist that wants to destroy America, and then he goes in and does something crazy and starts a big civil war. That's the whole point of all three of the games. The plot hasn't changed, so that's really annoying. So it's really not an ugly game. It's just Call of Duty and Infinity Ward rehashing all the old cliches out of the action war, shoot 'em up, first-person shooter games. They have literally hashed everything, like a crash helicopter in all the games. They've done it to where there's some historical monument getting destroyed. It's just the same thing over and over and over again, and it's annoying. Call of Duty, make something else. Make a whole zombie game like The Last of Us. Just do something else besides Modern Warfare. It's annoying, and you're just becoming crap. Thank you.